current problems to solve them. And the problem was that there are some inconveniences with online student services. And all in all, we have found 3 problems. The first problem was that the online student services are quite time consuming. For example, if you prepare for the next day and you go on the timetable and the Moodle, you need around 15 clicks and you have to log in 2 times, and if you need more services, it lasts even longer. So the problem is that the process is very time consuming, and the reason is that you need to many mouse clicks. The second problem was that some services are not so easy to find. For example, I can tell from my experience that when I needed some documents like the certificate of attendance, I even didn't know that you can do it online. And the reason for this was that there is a lack of awareness among students, because actually nobody told us that you can apply for documents online. And another problem is there are just too many icons and buttons, you just don't know which of them is the correct one, because there are just a lot of them. And the last problem is that in some cases there are too many topics on one page, which is quite confusing. Also here I would like to mention an example. For example, if you want to see the menu of the canteens for the next day. I only found it out some days ago because it's really difficult to find. Now I know it, it's on the right side under news, but there are different topics like the graduation ceremony, tuition fees, that the road between Simon and Food is not allowed to be used now, so there are a lot of different topics, and you have to scroll down a lot to find the menus. And especially in the beginning of the studies, it's just very confusing, because it is also the reason there is no clear order. There are just a lot of different topics at one place, and this is quite difficult. So to solve this problem, we use the third stage, which is developing concepts. And here we use the tool of brainstorming. We just used our own brain and our own mind to gather some ideas. The first idea was to create an online chat, so that when students have questions, they don't write an email and wait for maybe 1 or 2 days, but they just receive quick answers with the help of this online chat. The second idea was the online student service as an app. We think that this idea is quite popular because students and in general many young people love using apps these days. And our last idea was an online-based platform combining different tools like Winna, so the OPS or Moodle. And we wanted to create this platform for both, for the smartphones as an app, but also for the computers or laptops as a platform.
And then we are moving towards search design filtering, and then we are selecting the best option that we have decided could be the service design, service student services platform. And then we would like to visually present to you this innovation. So here is laptop, and the platform is presented on the screen. And there are 8 icons. There is also a mobile application for our platform that is presented in mobile, quite close to laptop. So the first icon is basically about studies, and it could include the enrollment part of the exams and re-exams, the study plan, courses, materials, credits, and assignments. Then there is calendar, where students and teachers could have their personal notes, assignments, deadlines, or exams. Then there is also restaurant menu, where you could find the menu for SIMA, restaurant, student union, and technicalities. There could also be included daily menu, description of meal, food pictures, prices, etc. Then there is documentary part, where it could be found the certificates and discount cards. Then there are useful links that could be, for instance, eBrewery, Salute, Unimap, laws, etc. Then there is communication part as well, to make it easier for students and teachers, so you can quickly ask the questions and have conversations with teachers, or as well as with international office members to have clear information. And then there is news icon, and the last but not the least one is Go Abroad aspect, where you could find the information concerning yeah, placement abroad, exchange or double degree program. And then there is explain into details of services and yeah.
Okay, so to prove that this app is needed, so we have this here is the personas. So we use the tool as services surveys. So we have uh, 56 surveys to the students, degree students, exchange students, and also lecturer. And the result was quite nice. So most of the people, all of them use the online services, and 94.2% of people would like to have the new platform. And here there are three personas here. So the first one, she's Anya Inanova. She's Russian students who is exchange students from studying international business, and she uses the online services quite often, especially Moodle and Timetable. She thinks that the current student online services is quite okay, but she would like to use the platform. The second one is Arni Naminen. He is a Finnish, 22 years old, who is degree students in Saimia. And he used online services regularly to check his credit points and also to use Solo. He's not satisfied with the current online services, and as a result, he really would like to have the platform. And the third one is Marius Sumalainen. She's the lecturer who teaches business operation in Saimia, and she used student services on her daily basis. And she did not mind if we now have the online platform. So in the enabling understanding stage, we have found out that this platform has many competitive advantages. Students or everybody just need one account to log into every services, and as a result of these surveys, 94.2% of people really wants to have this online service, so there is a high demand for that. Also, the platform is simple, fast, and convenient. Besides, it could help school in the staff reductions and ways to reduce cost.
And then we are going to our customer journey. And for our customer journey, we decide to divide it into 3 steps. It's the step before the actual purchase, during the purchase, and after purchase. And as you see, we also decided to look more detailed on the before stage of the students and the lecturers, because this is not the same. This shouldn't be the same. And before actual purchase, we are going to introduce our platform to the lecturers. So the lecturers should understand how does it work and how to use this app efficiently. So we are going to make some meetings. Maybe we are going to update our service in order to make it more customized to the preference of the lecturers, and also to have some feedback on the first edition of our platform. But the students, basically, they don't have any voice for this. We can know their opinion about our platform on the feedback stage. So for students, we are going to arrange annually the meeting on the 5th of September or on the 1st of September. Then all the process starts. To show them this is our platform, you are going to use it, you have to log in, you have to do it safely, you don't have to pass your password and the student number to the other persons, and you can use it for the canteen, you can use it for the as a Moodle, for the documents, and for your studies. And after this, then we be sure that students are aware of our platform, how to use it, how not to get lost. We're also going to put some information, some manuals on the SIMA website to be 100% sure that nobody will get lost in this system. So everything is going to be clear and convenient.
So here's the second step, which is using the platform. First of all, we keep arranging meetings on how to use the platform to the students, so they're to efficiently use it. Furthermore, all of staff and students start to use this platform. Students for like checking the timetables, doing their homework, checking the canteen menu and something like that. And teachers also evaluate homework and answering the questions of the students. And furthermore, even those who still don't know how to use the platform properly can access the manuals on the platform, or they can chat with the supports. The final step is feedback. It's after using the program. So we will collect feedback from students using such tools as questionnaires, questionnaires, interviews, surveys, online surveys, and also students can share their experience in the feedback section on our platform. And our task is to answer to those feedback, to get rid of all the bugs that can be found in our system, and get our platform better.
Okay, so in conclusion, our innovation idea is to create an online platform which includes all of the online services together, and we use the personas and also customer journeys to visualize our innovation. And we as Group SIG, we really believe that this app would meet the high demand of students who need this platform. So thank you everybody so much for listening, and we're happy to answer your questions.
Can I have a question about the surveys? You said you got 56 answers to the surveys. How did you distribute the surveys?
Okay, so we have online survey and also offline, like we go and interview students in the canteen, or we send surveys to our friends.
Yeah, or just face-to-face communication, and then we get to know how
First of all, we divided the online surveys or questionnaires in the internet, like for example in Facebook, and some people we asked face-to-face, but as a result, we didn't have too many answers of the lecturers and of Finnish people, and when we saw this problem, we went just to the canteen and asked some people if they are Finnish, and if yes, we just asked them to answer some questions, and we also asked some lecturers, those who were interviewed know this, so yeah.
Why was it thought so that the students were only involved in the feedback stage development? It was just something that raised my curiosity.
Well, as we said, we more or less now have already developed the platform, and of course you have to ask the people. But the question is if you can really ask everybody, because the lecturers obviously they have a lot of influence, a lot of experience. You should ask them anyway. But to ask all 25,000 students, and if you have, I don't know, 15,000 are in favor of it and 10,000 are against it, it doesn't really help the solution. So, yeah, our idea was to ask just the lecturers and the students have to accept it. And, but if it's bad, of course, they can say it in the feedback.
Yeah, but it could be also during the usage stage as well. So we could renovate it as soon as we get the negative feedback or some comments to get it better.
Thank you.